Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we re-diving into one of the most epic stories ever told, the legendary fall of Troy. It's a tale packed with love, betrayal, and one of the most brilliant military tricks in history. So grab your snacks and let's travel back to ancient Greece. Our story kicks off with a bold move. While the Greek king Agamemnon was away, a Trojan prince named Paris did the unthinkable. He sailed to Greece and kidnapped Agamemnon's wife, the beautiful Queen Helen. Now, you can imagine Agamemnon wasn't too happy when he got home and found his queen missing. Furious, he declared war. He gathered all of Greece's greatest heroes and armies, and they set sail for Troy to get Helen back. This was the start of the legendary Trojan War for 10 long, grueling years. The Greeks laid siege to the city of Troy, but Troy wasn't just any city. It was protected by massive, impenetrable walls. The Greeks threw everything they had at them, countless attacks, endless battles, but the walls stood strong. The Trojan defenses were just too good. The war was at a stalemate, and both sides were exhausted. It seemed like the Greeks would never be able to break through. Morale was low, and they were desperate for a way to end this decade-long conflict. That's when one of the cleverest minds in the Greek army, the hero Odysseus, came up with a wild, audacious plan. He said, "If we can't break down the walls from the outside, let's get the Trojans to open their gates for us." The plan. They would build a gigantic wooden horse, leave it on the beach, and pretend to sail away, as if they were finally giving up. But this wasn't a surrender gift. Hidden inside the horse's hollow belly would be a small elite squad of Greece's bravest soldiers, ready to strike when the time was right. It was a massive gamble. Would the Trojans fall for it? So the Greeks built this incredible, enormous horse out of wood. They left it right on the shore in front of Troy and then packed up their camps. Their ships sailed away just over the horizon, hiding behind a nearby island. When the Trojans woke up the next morning, they couldn't believe their eyes. The Greek army was gone, and in their place was this magnificent wooden horse. Rumors started flying around the city. Was it a peace offering, a gift to the gods to ensure a safe journey home for the Greeks? Most Trojans were ecstatic, believing the war was finally over, but not everyone was celebrating. Inside Troy, a wise priest named Laocoon and his 2 sons were suspicious. He warned the Trojan king, "I fear the Greeks, even when they bear gifts." He strongly believed the horse was a trap and begged them not to bring it inside the city. He even threw a spear at the horse, and the sound of weapons clashing inside echoed for a moment. But just as he was trying to convince everyone, something terrible happened. 2 giant sea serpents emerged from the water and attacked Laocoon and his sons, silencing their warnings forever. The Greeks had a spy in Troy who quickly spun this tragedy to their advantage. He told the Trojans that the priestess' death was a punishment from the gods for disrespecting their sacred offering. This sealed the deal. Convinced that the horse was a divine gift and that Laocoon's fate was a sign, the Trojans decided to bring it into their city. They celebrated their victory, pulling the giant horse through the very gates they had defended for 10 years. That night, Troy was filled with feasting and celebration. They believed the long, bloody war was finally over, but their joy was short-lived. As the city slept, drunk on wine and victory, the Greek soldiers hidden inside the horse crept out. They quietly made their way to the city gates, overpowered the guards, and threw the gates wide open. This was the signal. The rest of the Greek army, which had sailed back under the cover of darkness, stormed into the city. Troy was caught completely by surprise. Before they could even grab their weapons, the city was in chaos. The Greeks showed no mercy. The great city of Troy, which had stood strong for a decade, fell in a single night of fire and battle. And that is the incredible story of the Trojan Horse, a masterpiece of deception that brought an entire civilization to its knees. It's a timeless lesson that cleverness and strategy can sometimes be more powerful than brute force. What do you think is the most fascinating part of this story? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more epic tales from history. See you next time.